I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my way. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close.
Well, the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Hello, everybody. It's your man, your friend, and family member, Braylon Lee here. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, is for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, is for entertainment purposes only. So listen, y'all know part 2 of the Nene Leaks Carlos King interview is out. And child, we gonna talk about it. I asked you, my virtual travelers, my virtual tour family, how would you like for me to cover this? So would you guys like for me to, do one video about the interview? Would you guys like for me to go live about it? Or would you like for me to break it down? Y'all voted for me to break it down. So that's what I'm about to do. So here we go. So part 2 starts with the question that everybody wants to know. Nene, why did you sue Bravo and Andy Cohen? And so Nene said that she cannot talk about it because it is still in litigation. She had personal relationships with the network because they weren't big as they are now. So basically what she was saying was when the first season got started, season 2, season 3, she could talk to Andy, she could talk to the executives directly, call them up directly, but now there's so many chains of command because of the scale, the size, and the scope of how much they're known. The more you know, the more people you need to protect the image. And I will say that in Nene's position, that if you basically were with the show for 20 years and you had that direct access, that direct pull, that direct communication with the executives, I would feel some type of way. If the same network that you helped build turns on you, right? Even though Nene probably did not go about it in the right way, that doesn't mean her feelings wasn't valid to me. Okay, so group text messages were made, and Nene still has them. Nene has sat down with others of the cast to let the network know what they are not getting in terms of respect. So that could be extra mental time to breathe, that could be an extra card, that could be an extra ticket, that could be a multitude of things, right? And when you're on a reality show, right, it is cheaper to produce unscripted television than scripted, television. I think, let me see something here. Because when Empire was on TV, Empire cost per episode. Hang on, y'all. So Empire, when it was on Fox, it costed more than $3 million rather per episode to make. Okay, so you go from $3 million per episode to make of a hit show like Empire on Fox to this. Yes, you need a camera crew. Yes, you need graphics. You need editors. And usually season 1, season 2, season 3, that's where you try out anything and everything to figure out the logos for each show. You figure out the lower third graphics. You figure out the coming up graphics. You figure out the the title cards for each cast character. All that gets started in seasons 1, 2, and 3. And so I imagine the crew that they have is probably over 100 people. Probably over 100 people. So with that being said, yes. So then Nene had a contract for season 13. And she got a contract to be a friend of for 6 episodes, compared to other people that got a contract for 20-something episodes. Which, honestly, that is so unfair. And the reason why, allegedly, the reason why they said that Nene got a contract for 6 episodes is because she wasn't happy. Nene took great issue with that because she said, okay, that's you assuming I'm not happy. Ask me if I'm unhappy. And if I am unhappy, let's work together to come up with a solution. And so there was a 14 episode order for basically everyone else. And so she felt that Nene got phased out more and more and more and more. So it will be 14. There'll be 10, there'll be 5, and there'll be none. So Nene felt that she got phased out over time. I really do feel that in this interview, she really tried to find within herself, okay, what did I do wrong? And also, what did they do wrong? Because there's Nene's side, there's NBC Bravo's side, and then there is the truth that lies within the middle. So oh yeah, I already told y'all that. Okay. So Nene has never been a part of a fight. Allegedly. That's what she said. Y'all remember on one of the reunions of how, she said to Portia that you cannot hit people. And Portia said, well, you've hit somebody. And Nene said, well, if I did hit somebody, it wasn't caught on film. And I would say touche on that. Portia does not know how to handle business. I did say everything on this channel is alleged in my opinion for entertainment purposes only, right? So anyway, Bethany and Nene recently spoke. Of course, she didn't get into the details of what they talked about, but Nene did say they recently did spoke. And Bethany, spoke about the housewives negatively according to Carlos. Now, Carlos, listen, bruh. I'm giving you credit on this interview for doing a great job. However, I do take issue with that because here's the thing. That's Bethany's experience, right? Everything is not sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is hard, concrete, and cold AC that stays cold and can never get, to be heat, right? So that is her experience, and yes, she took that inch and made a mile out of herself where she doesn't even have to mention with housewives anymore. But also, too, Bethany Frankel is no more than you, Carlos. There you go. I said it. Skinny Girl is such a movement, not to mention when she did that amazing movement for the Ukraine refugees. Like, she handled business. So I think she has plenty of right to be able to say what's on her mind, because guess what? She was a cast member. You've never been a part of a cast. You've created drama for cast, but you've never been a part of a cast, okay? So I think Bethany wasn't speaking negatively. I think she was just giving her take. So when it came to Watch What Happens Live, Nene said that she was seen at, she has been the most seen guest since the beginning of Watch What Happens Live. And Nene points out a very good point about Watch What Happens Live. She said, and I quote, that Watch What Happens Live would not be successful without the Housewives franchise and without him being connected to the Housewives. And I actually really agree with that. If you really think of Watch What Happens Live, sure, Oprah and, his best friend, or one of his best friends, Kelly Ripa, other celebrities come through, it really is a Housewives after show. And I don't know why it's 30 minutes. I really don't. I'm like, if you can sit in your chair and the guests can sit in their chair and drink for 30 minutes, what's 30 extra minutes? I mean, is Bravo not allowing the time slot? Like, is there a rerun on after? Like, I really do feel like Watch What Happens Live could be bigger. And by the way, y'all, in case y'all did not know, this is a little fun fact for y'all, because I keep my ears to the streets very well. Watch What Happens Live syndication. That's why ND. There we go, syndication. So yes, so basically what ended up happening, those of you who do not know, this press release came out May 11th of 2017. Bravo Media's buzzy late night show, Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, will air in syndication this summer for a limited test run, what began on June 26th of 2017 and ran through July 21st of 2017. Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was broadcast on Fox and Sinclair stations, in addition to other leading station groups across the country. The 30-minute show will air in a combination of daytime, evening, and late-night periods in various markets. We are very excited to partner up with Andy Cohen, the production team at Bravo. George Cheeks, that's his actual name, y'all. George Cheeks, president of business operations and late night at NBC Entertainment. We think that Andy's brand of celebrity fun-based talk will resonate with the broadcast audience, and the station community has enthusiastically signed up for the summer test. I'm thrilled that our show has the opportunity to reach a broad audience at all hours of the day. So, listen, I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Now, I don't think that the show has been picked up for, all those time slots, but that would not have happened had, it not taken off because of that anchor of Housewives. So I do agree with Nene on that. Okay, just a little fun fact for you guys there. Carlos talks about, Kim Zolciak, and Nene says she has text messages, and others have said that people have not liked Kim in some way, from her assistant that she just yelled at like a slave, to, disrespecting the cast members of Real Housewives of Atlanta, whether it is microaggressions or full-on aggressions. There's been many things about Kim Zolciak that people have not liked, including Nene. Kim Zolciak has also skipped trips, and she's still gotten paid. And here's my thing: if you don't work, you don't get paid. I am sorry. Like for example, I told y'all, I think if I'm not mistaken, from TMZ, about the Real Housewives trip, right? Let me look that up as well. Real Housewives trip money. Okay, so this came out June 17th of this year. So when it came to the Real Housewives of New York, for 1 week, sources close to the cast tell TMZ that Ramona Singer, Luann de Lepis, Sonia Morgan, Kelly Kilgorn, Besseman, Dorinda Metley, and Christina Tachman are each being paid $250,000 to film a new show on location in St. Bart's. $250,000. Really? Okay. So you get paid to go on a very nice trip. I heard allegedly that they work with the state tourism boards and the tourism boards of the locations that they go to be able to get free promotion, because if they go, they get free promotion and everything's paid for, all that type of stuff. So you skip on trips and you expect to get paid. That's not cool at all. I would not have paid Kim Zolciak personally, my doggone self, but that's just me. Nene also says no hard feelings with Andy Cohen. She hates that they are in this place, but congratulations on Andy becoming a parent. Nene has always known that Andy has wanted to be a parent and that Andy has a baby girl. Carlos then asked, what is the end result, Nene? Would you go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? And she said she will only go back for the fans. And she's been very consistent on that. She said that with TMZ. I think personally, if Nene came back, I think enough time has passed in terms of her life that, I think it's time, and Carlos says something towards the end of the interview, which I will do in another video. Child, I didn't tell y'all how many points I had for the first interview. The first interview, I took down 60 different points of the interview. Times that by what's 60 plus 60, y'all? I'll just say that it's 100 something, right? Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I take my notes. I take my notes thoroughly. But anyway, we will get to that in another video. But she said that she would be there for the fans, and I think throughout this litigation, hopefully all that's worked out where the slate can be wiped clean, because I think Nene is Roa, and Roa is Nene, and you do need to recognize who built the house. And I think, honestly, it's been long overdue. I think, listen, let bygones be bygones. There's so many bigger things in the world right now that people are going through. I think everybody deserves a second chance. Well, some people don't deserve a second chance, but that's my opinion. That's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, in this context, I think everybody deserves a second chance. Carlos then asked, Nene, do you watch the show? And she said she doesn't watch the show, and if anybody knows her, that she doesn't watch TV. Nene has seen clips online, but they weren't entertaining, and she's been around some of the women from this current season. They're not entertaining either. Child, she is going in, isn't she? But listen, I think she has a unique lens, right? So I think she gets, like I said in the first, in the videos that we talked about in part one, how she said in the first season that they would pay for the parties out of their own pocket, and how they were producing their real lives. And then when Kenya Moore came on, that they started creating storylines. That's when, Kenya Moore started having fake boyfriends, and then Portia, with Cordell holding her back, and how Nene and Candy fought for her, and then she kind of evolved to this fun girl who really can't find her own man. But that's neither here nor there. Her family dragged her. Her family, Portia matters. Portia family matters, right? But that's neither here nor there. So, like I said, Nene said that there were no stars on the current cast, and that Marlo is bringing the most entertainment. And that's a problem compared to people who've been there for years. Nene also says that, Marlo deserves a peach, but the fans are saying that, Marlo was a friend of, and there's a reason why you don't give a friend of a peach, because they get too big of a head. Listen, I totally get that, right? If you are a friend of, and you are subtracting and taking away from the show, but not plussing, the words of Walt Disney, and adding things to the show, then I understand it. And I think with Marlo, people don't know what she does, and she, stirs up trouble just to stir up trouble. And I think we're getting to the point now where people are wanting quality, not quantity. And we tune into reality TV for an escape, not to go into another dimension of reality that we're already in. It's like an inception. It's like something within something within something within something. And I don't think anybody wants to be a part of that. I really, truly don't. So Nene then says Candy is overrated and overpaid. And Nene doesn't understand the animosity that Candy has towards Nene, because at the end of the day, she she feels that Candy is Candy, right? And I will say this. I can understand that, being positioned that way and you seeing that person that way can seem pompous, right? But in the same token, like, Candy is an amazing songwriter. She's with Escape. She, does TV. She does Candy Coated Night. She has restaurants. She just won a Tony Award, so she can't help her greatness, right? I don't think that that's being team too much of the word of Tamar Epstein Braxton. But also, too, it's like, well, I mean, what are the other ladies bringing? You know what I mean? So I think context is within everything. And like I said, Candy is working and they're capturing that, right? And so some people are saying that, Candy does not need to be a housewife anymore because, she's, doing, her musical career and all these other projects and then putting Roa on the back burner. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think Candy being on the show actually gives people a reason to watch because it keeps that social capital account, very, very high market value. You know what I mean? Because who else is that big on the show? Like, okay, you got Kenya Moore hair care. Okay, that's cute. And I'm not saying that's cute in terms of being disrespectful. And Kenya Moore says that she has some spinoffs and things coming. Kenya Moore was on with the Jasmine brand and Angela Yee for Way Up with Angela Yee. By the way, I think the Jasmine brand's just a co-host now on that show because I've seen her there every day. I don't know if she's an official co-host, but I've seen her there every day, and yeah. So like I said, the animosity allegedly that Candy has for Nene because history of the past, what have you. Like I said, at the end of the day, people are gonna have the masterpiece of who you are to them, and all you can do is just worry about your art gallery and what art you accept in your art gallery. So that is my take, y'all. More Nene Leaks videos will be coming. Okay, I've been promising this for a while, but I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will be breaking down more of this interview over time. So I hope you enjoyed. This has been another edition of Brandon's Virtual Tour Pit Stop. One love, much love, all love. Bye, yay. Bye, everybody.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. Yeah, I beat you at your game, and if you were me, you would do the same. same. Man, I really love to play, and now that I won, then it's safe to say you didn't want me. All you wanted was a game to play,